Pests and diseases are one of the main challenges faced by farmers, and one of the popular means of control is the chemical use of pesticides. However, while the consumer is concerned about his health, the farmer is thinking of the easy way to make profits with little stress, bringing us to a tug of war between chemicals and no chemicals. One of the ways touted to reduce the use of chemicals and provide consumers with wholesome food is organic farming. However, how do you produce organically when you have pests and diseases constantly knocking at your door? It sounds impossible, but nature has a way. The ladybird, yes, the ladybird, small, roundish, yet powerful. The ladybird can consume major crop pests such as aphids, whiteflies, spider mites, thrips, and many others that can damage crops such as wheat, cabbage, tomatoes, potatoes, soya bean, orange, cucumbers, corn. In the late 1800s, the ladybird was used in America, specifically California, to save the citrus industry. The industry had been plagued by the Cottony cushion scale, an invasive pest which threatened to decimate California's citrus industry. The Australian ladybird, Rhodolia cardinalis, was introduced from Australia as a natural predator of scale, and the ladybird successfully controlled the scale population, saving the American citrus industry from near demise. So how do you incorporate ladybird into your farm? Ladybirds can be released on a mass scale, that is 1,500 to 4,500 per acre. Also, you can release them inoculatively, that is about 100 to 500 per acre for establishment, and then allow the natural population to build up. Environmental requirements for establishment of ladybird populations on a farm include a very moderate temperature range of about 18 to 29 degrees Celsius, moderate humidity. Also, the establishment should not be plagued by strong winds, as this can cause dispersal of ladybird populations from the target area. Also, heavy rainfall disrupts feeding, and therefore it is critical to provide a form of shelter for ladybird on the farm. Also, there should be enough prey to serve as feed for the ladybird, as well as other sources of feed which provide nectar for the ladybird, such as marigold, rose plant, etc. Also, avoid pesticide use, as this can damage ladybird populations on the farm. In a world dominated by pesticide use, with concerns from the EU and many other countries, it is essential that we find alternative ways and means to control pests without damaging the soil or compromising food safety. The ladybird has such great potential to control pests at minimal cost while helping to provide safe, wholesome food for consumers.